Hey everybody, Espmet and I are just sitting here and I figured we'd put a little titanium on the table for you. So you see one of the old standbys here. One of my favorite knives of all time, Chris Reeve Insingo. I carry them all the time, large or small. So I'll set that down here. You guys can see those anywhere. It's a Peter Rassenti. This one's a Nirvana. Beautiful knife. Beautiful knife. I love it. That's Espmet's. Then Raymond Estrella, another integral. Beautiful knife. I love it. May eventually sell it, not really certain if I'm keeping it yet. And then here's another one you don't see every day. Custom mini matrix with a tritium insert in the flipper. Stone wash or distressed. Beautiful. Beautiful knife. And here's another one you don't see every day. Bob Dozier lockback titanium. He had just made these for the 2012 Blade Show. This is one of the first 5 he made. Might have been number 2, was it? This is the second one he had made. Picked it up while we were there. Nice, beautiful piece of titanium. And some Dozier D2, which is some of the sharpest shit on earth. Hard to argue with. Microtech makes a sharp knife. But Bob Dozier, when he put some D2 out there, it's hard to argue with. So anyways, I wouldn't even want to add up with this table sitting. What do you ballpark this at, bro?
3,500.
3,500?
Well, this knife right now is 1850.
2850.
So you're talking close
3850.
40, yeah, 4,000.
At least 4,200.
Yeah, it's like
and
556.
yeah, so we say almost $5,000 sitting there.
$5,000. Wow.
You got a knife problem, man, because only 2 of them are mine.
I have a knife problem. People know this.
All right, everybody, here, I'll back off a little bit so you can see it a little better. That's what we do when we're killing time. I'm folding laundry, and my man comes over to show me some blades I haven't seen yet, and some I have. And I had to show him that Estrella, because he sold both of his. Anyways, and I just had to throw this little guy. It's like the loser of the bunch, man, and it's no slouch.
But actually, you know what I was actually thinking about
that's my blade.
Yeah, the fit and finish. The one thing to understand about all these knives, that the fit and finish are absolutely perfect. I mean, you might have, you know, a more of finish on this one than on this one, but I'm saying everything on these knives are perfect, including the Dozier lockback.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with anything here. There's...
And that's the funny thing. It's preference. Like the Dozier, I love this knife, but Bob leaves these sharp edges, and everybody says working man's knife. So as perfect as it is and as sharp and useful, that's a forever knife with that lock on it. That's one of Espmet's #1 deals right there. He loves that thing. For me, I would have it, but I wouldn't have the same love. Whereas we both look at this mini matrix, and you get that thing in hand, I don't care who you are, you poo-poo them or whatever, old politics, whatever, you get that thing in hand, you're going to fall in love. That's how it is. The Estrella is the same way, but we both pick apart certain details, even though it's a perfect knife. I mean, it's hard to find anything you could do different to the knife, but just a little different. Then you get this Rassenti, who he may not be as well known to a lot of knife guys, and there's not as many of his knives out there because he's just a guy making knives, but you talk about function over fit, and both are top-notch in both regards, but the function on this knife, in my opinion, is better than the Estrella. But out of all these, if I could put one in my pocket, I still keep picking this up, because for the money, it's just hard to beat. It's just hard to beat. Smooth, great detent, great lockup, and I love the knives. And they have my initials on them. I'm kind of partial that way. But you're looking at a different knife guy for each level here, and we have an addiction at every level, so you guys get to share a little bit of it. You can't go wrong with any one of these if you're going to spend the money, though. Especially flipper-wise.
I'll take this one, and I'll take this one, and I'll take this one.
Oh, that's good because they're yours. I'll take this one and put it in my pocket, and I'll take this one and go put it back on the desk so I can look at it.
On all these knives too, if I can show this.
Switch.
Listen to the detent on that. Look at the detent on this. Great. Detent on this. Absolutely perfect. It just gets sucked in there. Of course, this is a lockback, so it doesn't need the detent, but it closes itself. And of course,
yeah, that's the weakest detent on a Chris Reeve I own.
Well, it's still good though.
Yeah,
I mean, it does its intended purpose. So
hard to beat. So there's your pile of titanium for this week, guys. Maybe we'll share a pile with you again soon, because that doesn't scratch the number of knives that me and my good buddy have here. That's just some of the nicer ones. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe.